Guangdong Taiyi Precision Machinery Co., Limited. Die Cutter Unit. Die Cutter Unit Function Introduction. Buttons in this area are used for adjustment, used for die cutting registration, axial movement of dies, adjust the die cutting gap and pull roller gap. Die cutting registration, press the button. Press plus to move the wooden die position back, press the minus to move the wooden die position. Die cutting registration adjustment should be adjusted when the equipment is running. Axial adjustment of die cylinder, press the button, then press the plus, but the die cylinder moves away from the operator. Press the minus button to move towards the operator. Adjustment of die cutting gap, press this button, then press plus to increase the die cutting gap. Press minus to reduce the die cutting gap. The reduction of die cutting gap should be adjusted when the equipment is running. Gap adjustment of feeding wheel, press this button and then press plus to increase the gap between feeding wheels. Press minus to reduce the gap between the feeding wheels. Waste conveyor button. Turn the button to the right or stop the waste conveyor. Turn to the left or start the waste conveyor. Unit interlock control button. When previous unit is connected with this unit, the cylinder is locked up. Turn the button to the right to open the lock. Under this status, operator is allowed to open. This button cannot be used when the machine is working. Adjustment of die cutter unit. Rotary die fix. Put the rotary die onto the die cylinder. Pay attention to the rotation direction of the rotor. Locking the rotarity. Die cutting registration. Press the die cutting phase adjust. Press the plus or minus buttons to adjust according to the actual die cutting requirements. Die cutting pressure adjusting. Adjust proper die cutting pressure according to paperboard material. It is enough to cut the paper edge completely. Gap adjustment of pull. The pull roll gap shall be slightly smaller than the paperboard. Make sure the paperboards is transferred steadily. It is required to grind the anvil cover when it is seriously worn. When grinding the anvil cover, keep the machine running normally at approximate speed of 100 pcs mean. Loosen the locking wrench and lower the grinding knife, so that the knife cuts into the anvil cover about 0.2 mm. Move the grinding button to the left. Adjust the speed button to move the grinding knife towards left slowly. The proximity switch on the left end will light up when the grinding knife gets close to it. Then turn the grinding button to the right. Move the grinding knife towards right slowly until it approaches proximity switch. The thickness of new anvil cover 10 mm. After grinding, the actual thickness should be imputing to the compute in actual production. When the die cutting width of paperboard is less than the width required by click plus in the elongation coefficient of paperboard. Adjust the die cutting width of paperboard until it meets the production requirements. Otherwise, click minus until it meets the production requirements.